Hello students, today we will discuss balance of payment. Balance of payment topic we will discuss in two parts. One is balance part 1 and part 2. First of all, we will discuss the part 1, the learning objective of this concept. Learn how nation measure the international level economic activity in BOP account. After discussing these lessons, we will be able to know how the international level economic activity is measured in the BOP account, and also we will be know the relation underlying the two component of BOP like current account and capital accounts, and the importance of export. After finishing these topics, you will be able to understand these concepts. Now, first we start the BO contents of this concept. What we will discuss in this topic. First of all, BOP concepts, the balance of payment and balance of payment account, and then component of BOP account, then balance of trade and balance of payment, and then treatment of some transactions. So first we start balance of payment. So what is balance of payment? Balance of payment is a difference between nation total payment to foreign country and its total receipts from them. The total payment we paid to the another country when we import the goods from the another country, we import the services from the another country. Sometimes they provide a later transfer. The difference of that, the payment received from the another country. Sometimes we pay for export of services, and sometimes later transfer. The difference is called a balance of a payment. Mean the total payment to the foreign country, and then the total receipts from them. Now the balance of payment account. Balance of payment account is a systematic record of all economic transaction of the country with the rest of the world. The total transaction which we are doing with the another country with all economic transaction, the record of that transaction in a systematic way is called a balance of a payment account. Another word balance of payment we can say it is the systematic record of all its receipts from rest of the world and payment to rest of the world. The total receipts which we receive from the another country from export payment for export of services payment or maybe the lateral transfers, and then the total payment to the rest of the world like import payment, import of services payment, or maybe the unilateral transfer. The difference of that or systematic record of that is called a balance of a payment account. Now some component of balance account mean what all that transactions are there, that is a component. Component of balance account, the major component is two component is there, current account and capital account. In current account, we will record all import and export of goods and services and unilateral transfer. Maybe in current account, we will record all visible item, invisible item, and the unilateral transfers. What are these that we will discuss in this concept that known? Capital account, in which we will record all financial transactions which affect the assets and liability of the governments or maybe its residents of a country, that affect the assets and liability of the country. So that is a capital account. So now the component of current account or capital account we will discuss one by one. First we start component of current account. The first item is visible item. The visible item are those items which can be seen, touch, and transfer. Means the like as a import and export of the goods, which we can see when we cross the borders. So that is the visible items. So all import and export of goods is part of visible item which can be seen, touch, and transfer. So it is a part of a current account which we will record in the balance of a payment. Like one another transactions are there, import of machinery. Sometimes students confuse in this item the import of machinery. Machinery they take as a assets, but machinery treat as balance of payment account as a goods, and we record in a current account because it is a seen when it cross the borders. So that is part of the visible item. Invisible item are those items which cannot be seen, touch, or transfers while crossing the border, like as insurance services, banking services, shipping services. So all items which are part of the invisible items like as a import and export of services. In invisible items, we will count as a factor services and non-factor services. Like as a factor services, total factors are there like land, labor, capital, entrepreneur. So if we will receive maybe as a shipping services between providing as a capital to them, or maybe sometime the factor of payment like the person are working there. So all are a part of invisible item. So that is a export and import of services. We provide services to them like banking services. So that is part of invisible item. Third is the unilateral transfer. Unilateral transfer are one-sided transfers. One country pay to the another country, but without any return. It means if we pay to the another country as a grant, donation, etc., so we will not receive against of these transfers. So that is a unilateral transfer. Unilateral transfer is a single-sided transfers. It means with that transactions you will not receive anything like as a gift, grant, donation, etc. All are a part of unilateral transfer. So these are the component of a current account. Now, component of capital account. Capital account are those which affect the assets and liability of the government or its residents of the country. So first component is capital account is private transaction. Transaction which affect the assets and liability status of individual, businessmen or other non-government entity, etc. as a private transactions. Mean it is not related to the government. It is related to the individual people, businessmen, or maybe the or another non-government entities. But that is not a government. So, but that transaction should be affect assets and liability status of individual or businessman or maybe the another non-government entity is a private transactions. The second is the official transaction, which affect the assets and liability status of government and its agency. These transactions which affect the assets and liability of the government and its agency. It means it is not related to the private people, but it is related to the government. It is official. So that is a second component of the capital account. The third is the direct investment. Direct investment, two type of investment is there. One is the direct investment. Direct investment, the investment by the foreigners with a full control on it. Mean another word we can say purchase of an assets with full control of it is called a direct investment. If any investor invests directly to the another country, maybe in India or maybe Indian people to another country, that is a direct investment. But in direct investment, they directly control on them, on that particular enterprises. The full control on that, that is called a direct investment. Like for example, purchase of a firm by an Indian in rest of the world. Like one Indian company purchase in the another country company, so that is called a direct investment in the another country. The next is the portfolio investment. It is the act of purchasing an assets without control, without full control on it. It means if anybody purchases share of a company, that is a portfolio investment. It means in this type of investment, they will not control on the enterprises. They only purchase a partial share of that company. That is a portfolio investment. Like example, purchase of share of a company by an Indian in rest of the world, like the Indian company, like maybe any company where they purchase some share of the another company, that is called in portfolio investments. Like the Reliance company purchase share of the another country company, maybe the 30%, 20%, 5%, then that is called a portfolio investment. It means they are not directly control on that enterprises. So that is a portfolio investment. So these are the components of a capital account. Now, the difference between balance of trade and balance of payment. Balance of trade is a record of only visible items. It means only component of the current account, one part of that is called a balance of trade. Like record of only visible export and import of a goods is called a balance of a trade, in which we will not count as a import and export of services. Only the transactions which we can see in touch and transfers that we will count here. So it is a record of only the visible item. The balance of payment is a record of all economic transaction, maybe it is visible item, invisible item, and capital transfer. The total is called a balance of payment. It means a balance of trade is a part of balance of payment. Balance of trade is a narrow concept. It only a part of BOP. And balance of payment is a wider concept. Balance of trade can be deficit, surplus, or balance. Balance of payment must always be balance. Balance of payment always in a balance, because sometimes the balance of trade deficit can arise, surplus arise, or maybe sometime it is in balance. But balance of payment always in a balance, because sometime if deficit in the balance of trade account, that we will cover in the capital account. A current account deficit we will cover in the capital account. So that balance of payment must always in a balance. Now, how to calculate this balance of trade and balance of payment? Sometimes they can ask the one marks question, or maybe data is given. So balance of trade is the difference between export of goods and import of goods. Only in goods, difference of export and import of goods is a balance of a trade. But balance of payment, export of goods and services plus inflow of capital. It means the total of that, and then minus import of goods and services and out of flow of a capital. When both the account, difference is called a balance of a payment. Now, inflow of capital and outflow of capital means if we receive money from the another country, that is the inflow of capital. But if we pay to the another country, it means the money is going to out, that is the outflow of capital. Inflow means the money is coming in the country, capital is coming in the country. Outflow is money, capital is going out to the country, that is the outflow of capital. Import of goods and services plus outflow of capital. The difference of this is called a balance of a payment. This is balance of trade and balance of payment account. Now the last, some important transaction which we record. Sometimes it is the most important, because sometimes they ask the questions. The item is given, which side you will record and which account. So we have discussed that what is capital account, what is current account, and what is component of capital and component of current account. So all transaction which is related to the current, that we will record in a current account. The transaction which affect the assets and liability of the country, that we will record in a capital account. Then the question arises, if we receive payment money or we pay money, then in which side it will be recorded. So that is, two sides are there, balance of payment account. One is the asset side, that is called a credit side, or maybe it is also called a plus side. Second is the liability, it means it is called a debit side. The money, the inflow of money, um, that all are a credit side. We will record in a credit sides one by one. Here we will discuss export of goods and services. If we export goods and services, it means the money we will receive from the another country. So that will be recorded in a credit side of the balance of a payment account. Then import of goods and services, it means if we import goods and services from the another country, it means we are paying to the another country. It will be recorded in minus sign in debit side of the balance of payment account. So export of goods and services, it means inflow we will record in a credit side, outflow it means import of goods and services we will record in a debit sides. In the same way, increase in financial liabilities. Now how financial liability increase? If we receive money, mean like in a capital account, if we take loan from the another country, so maybe at one time we are receiving money, but it increase the liabilities, so it will be recorded in a credit side. But increase in financial assets, we are paying loan to the another country, so our payment is going, mean outflow of money is there, but it increase the assets, so it will be recorded in a debit sides. Now decrease in liability and decrease in assets. If liability is decreasing, it means uh, some payment which we have to pay to another country, now we pay, that is a mean repayment of like loan. It means if we pay to the another country, so it means it reduce the liabilities, so that will be recorded in a debit side, because we are paying, but it reduce the liability of the country, so it will be recorded in a debit sides. Or in decrease in assets, like previously we uh, paid to the another country, but now we are receiving money back, that is a, it means decrease the assets of the country, so that recorded in a credit side. Assets and liability, that maybe you know that assets, okay, what is assets and liability and how it is decrease and increase in government budget lessons, you very well know. So decrease in liability means if sometime we have to pay to the another country, that it means it liabilities are there, so that reduce, so it means that will be recorded in a debit side. And credit sides, if it is decrease the assets, so it will be recorded in a credit sides. Thank you. The next we will discuss in the next part.